Good morning. What's the deal? That's a track line. Word. Damn, even the camera blurred that one. Hello. Unblur yourself. Damn. She got me looking like Bigfoot. Oh, there we go. Oh, my arm. Yo, I don't know. I went ice skating yesterday. Right now, my arm hurts. God, this fucking thing. Oh, man. I got up. The AC's blowing at me. It's pouring rain outside. And my arm is just like twitching. W9. What up? He said, I thought that's a line, bro. Man, it ain't the weekend? What day is it? It's only Thursday. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Daily closed bullish. We started this push up yesterday, right? Last night for Asian session. I keep feeling like I want to sneeze, yo. Hold on, let me blow my nose. I did sneeze. Oh. Man. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I need to go get I'm about to go get myself a drink. I don't even drink. I'm about to make myself a fucking NyQuil on the rocks. Some NyQuil on the rocks. That's when you're sick but you want to be social. Right? Just like, damn, what do I do now? Alright, so the daily closed bullish. We're expecting the daily to keep coming up today. There's a lot of range on the daily here. 33.49, 33.55 areas. Right there. So the 4 hour has broken the previous 4 hour low and now coming back up. Might flip bullish. Until this 4 hour closes bearish. Just don't see the hourly continuing down just yet. Put up a level here. We have a nice resistance we've bounced off of. Pretty decent support here. There's some range below the lows here, but I'd want a closure. So if we form bullish, if we close bullish here right now, I mean, I'd rather see us come up on this bullish day, right? There's room to go. I'd rather see us get a closure above 33.37. Where's my annotations? Right, I'd rather us do this because we have really clean range to fill to the left. And if we break down here, it's gonna have to be a range 2 breakout. If we have this little range, we have this little range. So I probably, ideally, want to see closures below this area. Right? This right here can be a rejection range to go up. Right? More people at the Zoom door. Let me let you in. Right here, as you're breaking down into this little area. It's not that little, probably like 50 pips, but in this area, as the market's coming down there and the 4-hour hasn't closed yet, you can bounce out of that area straight up. So as you're coming down to here, I probably don't want to trade through here, but I do want a nice clean candle through there if we are going to come down, right? Without any kind of play in here. Because if it messes around in here and finds some kind of support, we can ride that back up. So if we are going to come down, you'd want to see this price action just heavy down to here, and then you can look to trade down. When you get that slide through the range, you'll typically on this range 2 breakout, you'll get price pushing below this area to attempt to drive down and then either fail or hold. So I think through this range is where we want to look for sells. This is where we'll be in. And I don't mind looking for buys in here or above here, depending on how we set up right now. Right, there's enough room to take buys up to the top if we hold support here. It's the hourly right now, so if the 30 and the hourly close in 7 minutes bullish here, there's a chance we can ride this up. On the break of the highs here, but it's going to need to close. We'll wait for a closure. I completely forgot to mention, stick around, gang. We have a guest today. We're going to have a guest on stream at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have a fun guest. Kermit. Bro, the frog? No, I'm not having the Muppets on. What are we gonna do? Sing Leap together? He said Kermit. Nah, I got DJ T stopping by with his fucking golf swing. You know, land right on this chopper, right on my fucking roof. Trump is coming. Trump can't trade. No, we're gonna have Kervin on here at 10 o'clock. We're gonna pick his brain a little, see what he does, see how he trades. I've always wanted to pick his brain. So, but I think he's teaching his own community right now. So as soon as he's done at 10 o'clock, he said he'll hop on. I remember listening to Carvin in like 2018. What are y'all like? He's got a very unique perspective on charts and how he trades and what he looks for. Kerwin at Wix on live streams, yeah. Kerwin from Roger Banks streams. Yeah. So Kerwin will be here at 10, and we'll probably run 10 till 11, 11:30, whatever. So we're gonna have a long stream today. We got some time. I was hoping to get him on earlier, but he's got a group that he runs. Never heard of him. You don't need to hear of him. You need to understand what he does. He's a good trader. He's a really good trader. So we'll have a chance to pick his brain and ask him questions and check out his perspective. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I was gonna have him on yesterday, but he was busy. This is good though, because if we get a closure above, and we have a bullish 4-hour, previous 4-hour bullish, and this is a 4-hour flipping, and we're gonna have another hour left in it, right? Breaking highs here. And the daily's bullish, and the 4-hour's bullish, and the 1 hour is going to close above there. I mean, the next hour, what do you guys think we're looking for? We're looking for buys. We just need some closings. Closing. Nate said, all right, well, if we're all bullish and we're closing above, sells 100%. Bro's the entry king. Yeah. He's very good at that. He's on YouTube 2 days a week. You should do a collab on those days. I didn't know. I didn't even know he was on YouTube at all. He's using same concepts like us. I don't know. I don't think so. I think he trades very differently. But it's very interesting. Yeah, he uses price action. There's no indicators, but he just it's always good to hear and learn from other people's perspectives. How do you take into account the fact that different brokers have different rollover times? I just can't wrap my head around how many 4-hour candles can be valid because of this. Just go based on the one you're trading. Go based on your broker, your price. This way you don't have to make it simple for yourself, and then adjust your perspective based on when your 4-hour closes. I made the adjustment, and I kind of like this adjustment now that I get it at 10 instead of 9. Yeah, you get it on. You go to MT5. It's like 8. It's like 8 and 12 or something like that, or 7 and 11. The rollover. I mean the 4 hours. So. I don't think it's the broker. It's the trading platform. So for AMP, the 4-hour looks different on GC if I trade on TradingView versus MT5. The price will be on the same spot, but if I use, and that's using the same broker. If I use the same broker, but I use TradingView or MT5, I get a different 4-hour closure. So that doesn't really depend on the broker in that case, right? It's dependent on the trading platform they offer. But price is the same. It's at the same spot, just different 4-hour. You know what I mean? Sorry, give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose. Oh, I gotta mute myself. Closed 120. Positions of 60. Oh, would you do 2 buys here on the break of highs? I don't like the buys here on this break of the high on that previous 30, because you had this closure down here. So if you broke this low, you're heading down here. So the celery play down, I think, was more valid here in terms of closures. But the hourly closed. We didn't really close above. We've pulled up here. Right? We don't have a bottom wick on this hourly, so as it breaks down and makes a bottom wick, there's no trading, but I'm going to pay attention to see if it breaks that bottom wick and comes right back up to close above, or if it just right now comes up and closes above. Ow. Right? So, I want that closure above. But very likely to flip here, right? The first thing we did was come up. We've tapped resistance, and you see how we had a chance to drive up straight through here, and we didn't. So if we fail and start breaking down and start closing bearish here at resistance, not down here, but here at resistance, we'll have some room actually to trade this down. But we're going to need some bearish closures and or breaks of previous hourly lows. Right, so let's say in 20 minutes here, we get a bearish closure here at resistance. It's NYC open. We're holding resistance. We got a bearish closure. If we start breaking lows, we'll push, right? So that's when we'll look for sells. Might set up just like yesterday for timing-wise. Might set up where price action and the volume time lines up, and then we'll just it'll make our job much easier. I usually get a chance to step outside and like warm up my arm when it's like this. Right now it doesn't feel good. It's a lot of discomfort, but it's pouring rain outside. I couldn't even do that. The button? Okay.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
Bronchitis. I definitely got the itis. I don't know if it's the bronchitis, the bronchitis, the food-itis, some kind of itis. My arm hurts. Oh my god, I just stepped outside. It feels so much better. I'm about to run the stream from out here. About to bring the streaming setup into the sauna. Set up over there. Oh damn it! I walked into a fucking spider web. This guy must be pissed off. I ruin his house every morning. Yo, he's like these people, right? Like this spider here is like the people in California that we were talking about yesterday that rebuild on the edge of a cliff. Like their house fell off a cliff last year in a mudslide, and they'll rebuild on the same spot this year. Yeah, this is what this spider's been doing over here. He just went through a natural disaster yesterday when I fucking walked right through his house. Hurricane Wicks rolled through, destroyed his shit, and this asshole rebuilt the web on the same spot. Bro, learn your lesson.
In that movie, Groundhog Day?
Yeah. The same
going
shit
on
happens every day.
You messes his whole hookup up every day.
Yeah, he's confused as hell right now. He's like, this shit just happened. This fucking guy. Yeah, but Groundhog Day, he was literally stuck in the same day. These spiders are living a new day. And I'm fucking their shit up. Why rebuild in the same fucking spot, bro? And the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. It got a little bright in here, huh? Opened up the windows, the doors, let some light in here. Did I get a message? I got a whole bunch of messages. Yeah, the last two winners, Monday, Tuesday winners. I'm pretty sure I got their messages because I got a couple in IG. I got a whole bunch in IG. Every time we have a giveaway, I have like 30 messages saying I won that are like fake. You know, people make up, try to get the name close, trying to get me to fuck up, send out the account to the wrong people. Every time. It's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, if you sent the DM, I'll get back to you. You'll get the account before the end of the week. Probably by Friday. You're not going to trade this week. By the time you get the account, it'll be ready for next week. It'll be ready for Monday. You built the Zoom door? Yeah, thank you. I just let them in. How you doing, Jay? How's everything? Traveling?
Yeah, I was looking for the audio button.
It's the one with the mic.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing good. Still in Spain. Woke up really early today. Went to take care of a few things for the bank accounts here.
Did you trade last night?
No, I did not. I did not. I went to bed at 1 a.m. here, which is 7 p.m. your time. And then I woke up at 8:30 a.m. my time, which is 2:30 a.m. your time. So I'm a little tired, had a few things to handle, but at least I was relaxed. We walked around a lot. It was more going to the Plaza de España, which is absolutely stunning. And
Spanish Plaza?
Yeah, Plaza de España in Sevilla. Yeah, you guys should look it up online. It's absolutely gorgeous, stunning. It's massive, massive, massive. It's probably like as long as Buckingham Palace, basically, but in like a circle, in like a half-shaped moon. It's really stunning. And everything is built by hand, obviously, back in the day. It's like 2,500 years old. It's insane. We're going there to get our birth certificate for Bianca notarized. Another one, gotta send it to my country and gotta send her to one for mom's country. Lots of things to do, but very excited. Very excited to.
We don't have a Spanish Plaza, but we have Española Way. We got that. Española Way.
Bro, it's good enough. It's good enough. Oh, man.
We make the best plazas. We're gonna change the Spanish Plaza into Trump Plaza. They've never seen a Trump Plaza like this one. See on today?
Plaza de España City, yeah. Pineapple plazas.
Plaza de Española. They have weird names. We're gonna change the name.
I'm
Trump
like
Deportation Plaza.
Yeah, I bought some more
Bitcoin.
top one futures prop firm instant funded. So
Did you use code Wix?
I did. So
Alright,
you get a little cut, and I get to enjoy the 55% discount. No, 35% discount. It's 55% on S2F, and 55% on.
Yeah, I would take
so,
the instant
yeah.
funded at 35% off over the challenge at 55% off.
Oh, I'm never buying a challenge ever again in my entire life if there's instant funded possible.
Buying a challenge is like opening up a offshore broker account right now. It's like, it's in the past. This doesn't need to happen in the industry anymore. You're clinging on to the
Yeah,
past.
no, pretty much.
If you're doing that.
A lot of companies still have challenges and no instant funded, and they're losing a lot of money. They're not giving those options. Man, I used to sometimes take a month to pass a challenge just because I was so weary. And then I was like, all right, now I'm just gonna go full out, try to pass this in a day. The amount that I blew, it was just insane. I'm like, you know what? Let me get an instant funded, trade it with a little bit more.
Yeah, and
Um,
people trade the accounts differently. Like you get an instant funded, you literally care more.
you do. It's simulated money, quote unquote real money, but you get actually paid on that right away. And so I was trading a little bit more aggressively, and then you can make your money that way. You can trade up to 3 instant funded at the same time, and up to 5 S2F instant funded.
I think they had them up to
And
9 at one point.
oh yeah, it was 7 during the promo, then 9, and now it's back to 5, I think. But imagine on 3 instant funded, you can max payout 3,500 per account once you get the payout
Yeah, it's almost 11
requirement,
grand
and then you do that.
payouts.
10,500 on one. The S2F is 17,500 on a 150K account each. And bro, there's a lot of money to be made. You know, 2-3 big payouts, you got about 30K, and you can use a big portion of it to start trading live, you know, paying bills, whatever it is, on top of your normal job. Right? It's just an extra bonus, and it helps out tremendously. Helps you leverage your funds.
I think the
So
only
that-
thing keeping people away is their lack of patience.
Bro, you
You
know
guys
how
are
much
so
FOMO I
impatient
had?
to get to the
Oh
money
yeah,
that you're
oh yeah.
paying for that impatience with the money you have right now.
Yeah, but we all did it in the beginning, you know. We lose so many damn accounts, bro, but it was all challenges, obviously.
Yeah,
And
they didn't have
then-
this shit when I was just learning. I mean, maybe they did, but I didn't know about it. I was just blowing my own funds, learning.
Yeah, I mean that's you know, it hurts so much when you have spent like 50-60K on just goddamn challenges at some point. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, I
Because
don't
some
know
of them
anybody
with the
that spent that much on
400Ks,
challenges.
I did because of the 400K
Jesus.
accounts. They were almost 2K each for challenges, but you get paid nicely though. So I'd have to get my money back at some point. And then you do that a few times here and there. You've got a few accounts, you copy trade, and boom, gone in a second. Or the spread just blew you out, and then it gave you a daily loss or something like that. And I was like, what the hell was going on? Yeah, it was absolutely insane. It was just stupid. And then I was like, all right, I made some money. I got money back. And then started trading with my own funds. And I was like, way better. You're more afraid of losing your own money, you know, when you got 30, 40K, 50K, 100K of your own money, bro. You're gonna trade tremendously cautiously if you're smart and grow your money that way, because you can actually take that money right away and not have to wait, you know, to pass those specific requirements that they need for the prop firms. And so that's what I recommend for everybody to do that at some point. But use the prop firms if you don't have the funds to do a live account. Use the prop firms, grow your account slowly, step by step. And you know, for 300 something bucks, you can get an instant
Very
funded.
small price to pay for leverage.
Yeah, you know, for an 150K account, 300 something, you can, once you make your 6%, and you can withdraw 3,500, bro. It's massive return, huge profits on that. So
15 closed here. Respecting.
Yeah.
Close below. Let's see, maybe we finally get a push out of here. 9:30 here in 15 minutes. NYC open. Maybe we get this closure above and look to take off, or does the hourly flip here in the next 15? Oh, we will also, besides having Kerwin on today, we'll also do a giveaway. We'll do another giveaway. really feel my arm today. I don't even feel crazy pain. It's just discomfort's vibrating. I feel it going like this. And curry chicken. No, I don't like curry chicken right now. Why the chicken gotta smell like my next door neighbor from my last condo? I'm good. Why did you delete that message? I was in the middle of reading it. Come on, Damon. Ah, the sweet smell of pancakes in the morning. Got the chef making apple pancakes. Who's with me? Who gonna have these apple pancakes? Pineapple apple pancake. You guys aren't too talkative today. What's going on? There's no physicians just yet. We're 10 minutes away from NYSE Open. Need you guys to join me in the celebration of just a celebration. Doesn't matter what we're celebrating. When I said let's talk and have a conversation, and you guys asked me where's Don Vo, that's like my kids coming downstairs, want to hang out with me, and I'd be like, yeah, cool, let's hang out. Why didn't you wash the dishes? And then they'd be like, that's not what I meant by hanging out. This ain't what I meant by conversation. Rejecting. Oh my God, this fucking elbow. Bougie, how'd you do last night? Smacked that trade, huh? It was a good position, really good position. think I should just let the candle ride out, and then if it closed with no bottom wick, I would just close it there.
Bro, I don't see Bougie in the chat, but I think he might be listening. Or maybe Options does the same thing too. But I don't see him in the chat.
Maybe he's on the YouTubes. Somewhere.
Maybe. He might be working also. Might have his job. Bro, I wish it would have broken the highs here for it to come back down. That would have been a beautiful sell. But
Well,
look at it.
honestly, even if we don't break the highs, we're closing heavily bearish at resistance. Well, not heavily bearish, but there's strong rejection. And remember how we said, if you're at a resistance, you probably want the candle that takes you away from there to be stronger than the candle that gets you there, in order to show that there's more momentum going the other way. Right? And then once you have that, and we get this closure in 8 minutes, and then we have volume coming in, we're gonna take advantage of volume as we're bouncing off resistance here.
So you're looking for buys? Because I mean,
no, I'm looking, if we get a bearish closure like we're pushing right now, and if you look at the time, I think the 15 will close actually stronger than the bullish 15, right? You're gonna get this engulfing candle in the 15. As long as it leaves a bottom wick here, I wouldn't mind to take sells. I would not.
You need to see a top wick first though, because that'll be 930.
Right? Yeah, I'll want a minor top wick, or I wouldn't care
still?
for a massive top wick. I just once we start breaking lows, I'll take it, because I'll expect 930 to push, and if we're holding resistance at 930 and we're bouncing off of it, and then we're breaking lows, right? Because this is a higher time frame resistance. We're gonna hold it and bounce off of it and bounce down. We're heading to the next support. Might even smash through the next support. The daily doesn't really have a bottom wick either. It'd be cool if it come down there to make one.
These might give us almost 100 pip stops.
Okay.
I mean, right now they're what, 80?
If we hold that resistance and it gives a 100 pip stop, but it's a valid sell, if it's a big range, then just lower, you know the position, just adjust your risk accordingly. You know what your TP is, or your target, you know what your stops need to be, like where you're wrong above which high. And really, at that point, it's how much do you want to have on the table. Maybe instead of a 5 lot, we'll risk a 3 lot. If the probability stays the same. Or you can wait for another candle to print, take, risk the chance of missing it, but you get a better stop. Take a larger position once you get a smaller stop.
Well, we got 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes for NYC Open. I mean, we're seeing movement now.
And that's good. That's good. That means there's volume coming into the market. It's almost like, if you ever notice the last week of an old contract and like the first week of a new contract, you get like jumps in candles. So if you haven't noticed it, look at it, because it's volume leaving one contract and then heavy volume just entering the new contract. So in the first week you get spikes of a new contract, because just volumes randomly coming in from the old. People are switching over from the old contract to the new one.
Interesting. No, never paid attention to that. I only was looking at the fact that
look at that 2 week overlap where contracts switch. You'll see just the old contract go slow, and then you'll see a heavy candle. You'll see heavy candles just randomly start pushing, because that's all the people coming in from the old contract into the new one now, opening position.
Interesting. Yeah,
and you'll slowly start seeing the volume die down in the old contract. The candles get smaller. That's why when candles start getting smaller, I'm like, is the contract up? Are we switching? Is everyone switching already?
So that's when you start asking, hey, is it time for a switch?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, what I like about top one futures is you don't have to switch it. It's done automatically, so I like that. So I don't have to focus on that. I mean, we had the red folder today. It was good news for dollar.
Yeah, we had 830. Didn't do much.
No. But at least we got movement from that because we didn't have any red folders for the entire week except for FOMC minutes yesterday, which I wasn't even paying attention to. So, and then the next red folder I think is Tuesday or Wednesday for CPI.
We have nothing the rest of the week.
Tuesday. No, Tuesday is the next red folder. Next Tuesday on the 15th is CPI. On a Tuesday, that's rare. So it's pure price action. Hopefully we got volume. Get some money in the bank. And chill.
Money in the bank. Shorty, what you drink?
Perfect.
NYC open here. 2 minutes. Yeah, wow, look at that. That 15, it broke that previous 15 low, and now it's pulling up. Weak. It's going to be a weak 15 now. I want this to be a strong bearish candle in order to look for the break of the lows. One minute. 1 minute for NYC open. One and below here. If it's a weak 15. I'm gonna wait. A 4 hour still holding right here. All right, I think we just closed. Yeah, we did close. Bottom wick first. Not bad. We just need to flip bullish. Yo! Hello? Why are we frozen? Hello? Yo, is everyone going through this right now, top one?
Yeah, but it's not frozen on the 1 minute.
Yo, we just need a break of the highs, and we'll have sell stops on a break of the lows. This is strong 15, but if this thing can stop freezing.
It works on the 1 minute for me, so I don't know if you want to.
I'm on the 15. Mine is fine. I'm on the 15.
Huh.
What the fuck? Yo, hello?
Kill the app, Wix, and then come back.
Nah, this is for everybody. So if it was just me,
Yeah.
yeah, this is happening for everybody. Everybody just... Right? You guys are all going through this shit.
I love it. You still playing the sounds. They said 500 wins.
Yo, alright. I don't see it here, but I'm going on my MT5 because on the live account, we're running, and the signals are running. We will be trading this shit in the live account. It's the original trading view. This shit looked like the burnt out Project X. This shit looks dull. Shit look like MT4 now to me. This is so crazy. I can already see the guys at top one scrambling right now. They're flooded right now with complaints and phone calls. They gotta be. Middle of New York session? They gotta be. Oh my God. 209 calls just from this stream. Please wait. Your call is 489th in line. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Yeah, I don't even see mine anymore now. But the
Oh
5
shit,
went
we're
bullish
back.
and
Hold
then
on.
came back down. Oh, you're back. Hell.
We're back, baby. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe the aliens wanted to warn us and let us know about these cells. We're fucking amazing. Hello? Got it back? Well, yeah, we got it back for a split second and then we're gone again. Yeah, I took Nate's advice. I tried flipping through the time frames. If we stuck on the 15, we were good. I hit 30 and the dirty 30 is holding us hostage now. Nope. No buy sell button working. Nothing working. At this point, I hope the shit rides up. I hope that when we come back, we are above 33.37. Got that bottom wick on the hourly. Look at that. Look at this 4 hour. Close bullish. You know, a bullish closure on this 4 hour? Any kind of bullish closure. That would be a gladiator candle breaking above the 4 hour range here. Level on the 4 hour right there. This looks bullish and closes. Bullish. Above the 4-hour level. Heavy chance we can ride up. Had news earlier that another third interstellar entity entering the solar system at the speed of 25 kilometers per hour? That's impossible. Maybe 25,000. Oh yeah, 25,000. Yeah, 25K. Sorry, I didn't see 20. Yeah. 25,000 kilometers per hour. What's that in miles? I don't know about kilometers, right? Like, I think a Civic can do 25,000 kilometers. How fast is that in miles, my metric system friends? Good to see you still have your wrench. I mean, you're here daily. Some people lose their wrench when they're not here for a while.
15,000 miles per hour.
15,000 miles per wow. You have a documentary voice. You can narrate a documentary with that voice, bro. 15,000 miles per hour.
That's about the same speed as the International Space Station travels around the world. They do 17,000.
Damn, dog, you make anything sound interesting. You got a voice that makes everything sound interesting.
Really?
Tell me about the circumference of the moon.
I
Yeah,
do
he's
not
got like
know
a
that.
Natural Geographic type of voice. Look, and the craters in the moon, they glow. Perfect voice to fall asleep to. Oh, here we go. Moon circumference 6,786. Camels in the Sahara have been heavily influenced by Western culture. Haktua. If I had a camel, that's what I would name him. Haktua. Wait, top one's still down? Yeah. Oh no, we good. Look, oh no, we're not. The 30's back. It's the 15 with the
15 is good.
I guess it's wherever you reloaded your shit. Mine reloaded on the 30. Hello, Lucy. They're definitely scrambling over there, yeah.
I blew accounts just like this, Wix. Shit was not loading. There she goes.
You know, every time I've had stuff like this happen and it doesn't load, typically the brokers have been very proactive about being fair in these situations.
Yeah.
Because this is like everybody, right? There's communities right now going through this. Our entire everyone that trades here, there's a lot of people that have top one accounts.
Facts, yeah.
Then you got Austin Silver's community, TTE's community. You got you guys a whole bunch of people. There's thousands of people right now probably calling and complaining. How are we looking at the sell stops? No sell stops. 15 is going to close bullish here.
Goes melting.
Wait, why do we look so different? Oh, I'm bugging. So we've come back down here. I think it's Project X that's down, Top Step is down as well. Yeah, it's got to be Project X.
I'm watching it on Trade Locker.
So yesterday we had sell stops, and then under 2 minutes to go, I was like, I delete the last 2 minutes. Bloop. You're to sell now. I gotta wait for this to load, or I can reload it myself. But nope. Benny, you believe this shit?
Side buttons. You remember the side buttons, the buy and the sell, and see all that on the that is actually working. And even if you won't see anything else, those are still working for me. So I just took a sell and I'm in profit, like 5-8 pips or something. So those still work, despite the.
I mean,
I've
we'll
seen
take
the
it on
still also
on our
limited.
live account. My MT5 is working. I
Yeah.
see it moving. That's why I'm looking
Let me
for trading you
concentrate.
here. The issue is we
Yeah,
have less than a
I'm up
minute,
10
40
pips.
seconds here. We haven't rebroken the low. Right, this might close with no
yeah.
bottom wick.
Oh,
This
I'm
might
up
run
good.
in the last 30 seconds, but I'm not going to enter here with 30 seconds in the candle. Price action makes sense even on the 30, I think, but just the amount of time left in this candle, and if it closes with no bottom wick, it's going to ride right back up. Is this going to the 4-hour flip? No. Yeah. If we entered a break of the lows, it would have closed right there. Music a bit loud. It's kind of late in the session to say that, but here you go. Made it lower.
I just closed my sells, and I got 34 pips, 35 pips.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I just kept going and going, and I just I closed partials, moved to BE, and when it came down, I was just like, I was trailing it. And then we didn't have a 5 on the 5 bottom. We didn't have a bottom wick on the 5, but then I just kept trailing it anyways
No, so
to the
makes
top
sense.
of the new 5.
But
Yeah.
we broke that low with less than a minute to go. So. Hold on a second, chat.
Yeah, but it tried to re-break the high many times, so I said it never
Yeah,
did.
no, you're
It
not
never
wrong in
got
terms
to
of
it.
overall price action.
Yeah.
Logic makes sense.
That's why I went. Thanks, guys, for the support. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, nice job, Nick, and everybody else who took it.
Oh, we really dropped here.
Bro, that dumped 50 more pips from where I closed. What the
Yeah.
hell?
What's up?
Oh man.
Love you. Can you go in the pool? It's raining outside.
No, it's not.
It stopped?
Yeah.
Alright, go get your bathing suit. I'm going to the pool. That's fine. Walk normally, please. Damn, I hate being... I hate when shit gets hectic when you're trading. It's like, yo, it's hectic enough to trade. I don't need extra obstacles here. Yeah. What a lovely drop. I wouldn't enter that. 15 had less than a minute here on the break of the lows. Then we closed with no bottom wick. There's just no entries anywhere for me.
Really wasn't.
Like when you look at it after the fact, it looks great. It's like, oh, you're not in there, but like this isn't how it, you know. It's like watching it's like watching the score of a basketball game that was a blowout, but in the last 10 minutes team wasn't playing defense and they made it close. Like the whole game was a blowout. Like so this doesn't really tell the true story of how this happened. It looks great now.
Well, you know it. It was already at the bottom of the lows again, just that quick.
Yeah. This is good though. If the 4 hour can stay this heavy bearish here, I'm gonna look for sells in the next 4 hour candle, next hourly candle. We got 10 minutes here. Ideally, this drives all the way through, like it's further down, because the more down it goes, the easier it is for us to take sells at resistance. You know, coming back up here to resistance to take sells, you're bullish then. But if you drive through here and then come back up to 33.24 for resistance, it becomes a lot easier. You might see a heavy drop here, 20-30 pips, just below the range in a split second. About 20 pips. What's the stops here? 130. Where's the 5? Oh, the 5 doesn't have a top wick. Let's say maybe we could use the 5 top wick here on the rebreak of the lows, but the 5 doesn't really have a top wick. Because I think this should come down here. Even on, because your 4 hour is going to close, right? Next 4 hours going to come down, or right now it's going to come down. You got a good 20-30 pips for this to come down. But yeah, there it goes. My issue is the 15 doesn't have this top wick that I can, I'm sorry, the 5. 5 doesn't have a top wick here that I could use. Which means it could come up and make one, which means there's no sells there for me. What's he doing? Hey, stop jumping on her. He's trying to keep you from the pool. That's what it is. He knows you're going in the pool. Benny, leave her alone. She's going in the pool whether you like it or not. All right? What are you doing? What are you doing? Crazy motherfucker. Oh. This is good. We got Carvin coming in here next hour, so this. Hey! Shut up. Stop barking. Yeah. Did he rip it? Alright. It's alright, just put it on. It's your bathing suit. Here. But you should have left it outside to dry. Go, you're going right in the pool. No, Benny. Hey! You're not going. This fucking dog. Watch out. Come here. Come here. Give me your goggles. Here, put these on. Put this on. Alright, go ahead. Cannonball! See ya. Benny! You got the brain of a rock. You're an idiot. You're such an idiot. You're a dummy. Give me this. Hey. Oh. Oh shit. Yo, stop chewing on my shoes, bro. Yo. Oh, whoa. Bro, stop.
He said, my name is Benny.
He's chewing on the Jordans, bro. Watch out. Move your shit. Coming down, coming down. There we go. $15. What do we say? It's going to give about 30 here, right? There we go. There's the 30. There it is. There it is. Yeah, this is what the market does. Just need a top wick here on the 5 that we could have used as a stop. Other than that, like, this is typical. Trying to close partials. No, well, if you're in a sell at 4 lots, just open a buy at 2 lots or 3 lots or 1 lot, and you'll close out that much. 30 seconds here for the 4-hour candle. Give us a fucking bottom wick. We need a bottom wick on this 4-hour, or things get a little difficult.
Turpy, you're in a sell. If you have a lot of 1, you can't close partials if it's on top 1 futures, because you can't do 0.5. So you'd have to close the entirety of it. But next time you can use a lot of 2 or contract of 2. And if you're in a sell, all you have to do is change the contract to 1 and then click buy, and then it'll close one of those contracts at where you decided to do it. That's the way to do it. And then you can click the button BE. Sorry, Wix, I had to go on because he was panicking.
Well, 4-hour close. It's very small bottom wick, almost non-existent. Let's see if we can get up to 29 for an onion. That'll be interesting. Gold really gives top wicks or bottom wicks nowadays. Well, when it does, you'll be in it. This is a heavy drop here. So here's the deal. We're looking for either closures below 33.21 or a pullback up to 29. Buys are possible, but you're going to need to establish a support here and then, you know, pull up, retest it, and re-break whatever resistance you're going to make here, right? So if you're going to pull up here, I will look for any kind of resistance here to bring us back down. But once this happens, that's when I can start looking for buys if we hold here or if we break above the highs. All right, Sells here, buys here, buys here. Right now, immediately, I'm not looking for buys if we get a bullish closure because we're very heavily bearish. But we do have a very small bottom wick here, almost non-existent at support, which means if we do get a bullish closure, if it's a higher time frame, and then we're able to come back down to these areas, tap them again, I'll look for breaks of highs. Would I wait for 15 or 30? It would depend on how we've printed that 15 or 30, how it came to be. Because price could, you know, just with a lot of volume, it can play out on a smaller time frame, but do the same thing, right? It just happens at a faster pace. Just got to recognize it. But until there's a bullish closure at the support, you can't look for a correction of this drop here. The price hasn't maintained above 33.21 for a specific amount of time, or for any kind of time. It just got here and now the candle's open. Yeah, just wait for closure. 15 closes in 8 minutes here. Oh, hold on. I gotta send Zoom link to Carbon. Trying to get Carbon to come on here. Got a bottom wick now. Right, if we start closing below here, things will get interesting. Got a bottom wick, got a top wick for the 4 hour. We got a bottom wick in terms of range, right? As we start coming down, we have volume, momentum. We should fill the range and break the low. Just need that closure below 7 minutes here. Give me a sec, let me put my hair up because shit's annoying. Too long. You guys ready to celebrate Missed Me Day on Sunday? Who's celebrating Missed Me Day? We're gonna have a party. You guys remember Miss Me Day, right? No? Remember last year? This Sunday, Miss Me Day. It's the 1-year anniversary of the assassin missing Trump's head and hitting his ear. I call it Missed Me Day. The 1-year anniversary of his lousy ass shot. Look at this. No bottom wick on the previous 4. This 4 I was riding up. Finally, I had a perfect closure. Holy!
Yeah, Turpy just bought a top 1 futures instant funded for the first time, traded it today, and he took 1 position and hit 69 pips, almost full TP. And he's got a 100K account, and I think he's gonna lock it for the day. So that was just so simple for him.
Code Wix, Turpy, Code Wix.
Kill him. He did. I gave him all the info, so you should get that commission too.
Yeah, right.
To get that 35% discount as well. So
they should give commission.
Take advantage of that,
off
guys.
of your trading, like a percentage.
Yeah, they take it away.
Like
They don't
Blueberry
give it.
does it, right? Doesn't Blueberry give you commissions
Yeah.
of how many lots?
Only because I'm a Premium Plus member, or when you're Premium, but I'm Premium Plus now. So they pay me 1-to-1 on the lots that I trade.
Sick.
So if I trade a 1 lot, they'll give me $1. Whether the position is a loss or a win, but top 1 has fees. But it's all good, man. It's not my money. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Turpy does this 10 more days, bro, and he's good, and you can get a payout. So very simple. Don't take trades that are insane. Don't take stupid positions, no FOMO, and then you're good. Take 1 position a day, 2 position max, and you're good. That's how you make your money. I think I'm gonna be looking for a position here for a sell.
Yeah. If we close with no
Push it
top
up
wick
to
here,
the-
I will
yeah.
be looking for a sell off the next candle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if we close with
reading
no
your
top
mind,
wick
reading
here,
my
right
mind.
at this level, we get a top wick, we're looking for a bearish flip. Oh, shit. I think we got Carbon in here. What's up, brother? What's going on, Carbon?
Morning, Senor. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. Waiting on this closure.
Okay.
We were looking to have a position here in about
Oh,
30
nice.
seconds.
Nice.
Did you trade this morning?
I did. Sadly, there was madness going on after the 4-hour candle open. My 4-hour candle opens at 9 a.m. So there was some news released. The Fed was talking about tariffs.
Give me
and
one
shit.
second. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Sorry. We're having a 15 closure, and we have no top wick here on the 15. Very small one. And we held this area here to the left. If we get a nice top wick here up above 33.29, I'll set a sell stop. We need to break 33.29 areas. It's going to be a small stop, so risk accordingly. You held resistance. You closed with no top wick here. There's not much range. So once we make a top wick, we should flip down and start filling a good portion of this previous candle. But I want price to come up above here. Perfect. I'm going to have a sell stop on the break of this current candle low. Small stops. It's just going to be the top of this wick. So right here. And then... Curvin hopped in right on time.
Interesting what's going on here. So you're mainly looking for sells at this point.
We would rather have sells. Yeah, we're bearish. We did. Here's the deal. We've closed with no bottom wick on the 4-hour, so we were expecting a push up here. Off the 4-hour close, this told us there's no range. We closed that support. And we're looking for something very similar come back the other way here because the 15 just did that as well. It's closed no top wick at a resistance. Once this 15 flips, it should give us a good portion of that previous candle. And it shouldn't re-break that high, so it gives us a really good stop. 20, 24 pips. We never see 20, 30 pip stops. It's very rare. Our stops are usually heavier. But if this closes above the range here, then we'll just delete.
Switchy.
Did you had sells today or buys?
I tried sells. Yeah, I tried sells. And I tried a late buy after the news were released. Waited for support to be established and consider buys. But man, I usually don't risk big in a stop loss. Let's say my stop loss most of the times are 20 pips, and when price is not going my way, I just rather close the position. So what I did was I took the buy. It was literally like 70 pips in a stop loss. And in the last 2 minutes, most of the times the 5-minute candle in the last 2 minutes, they tend to create the bottom wick or the top wick. Yeah. So I saw the top wick being established and like the break happening again near to my entry point. So I decided just to kill it. After that, I saw the beautiful close below that NYSE session low. And it's the setup that I've been waiting for, and nothing, bro. Like literally didn't have the confidence to take it because I was still trading above the reaction point, like where the area that is reacting right now, that zone. Yeah. That's technically the area for the reaction. So you know it was fishy for me to consider the sells. Yeah.
So you stayed out?
Yeah, I stayed out. I was giving the information to the guys because some of them they managed to be breakout traders below that NYSE candle low. Give me 1 second. Let me where is the annotation tool here? So technically
we're in a position here. I got stops above the current candle. We're either gonna tap this area and go break even, or it's gonna come up re-break stops. Very very small stops here today. About 30 pips. This is a rarity for us.
Yeah. So basically that area that tapped right now, this was the breakout from that NYSE. So this close was healthy. Once the close happened, a little pullback to non-breakout, boom. But I was like, nah, I'm not going to try this thing, so I'd rather stay out. But some of the guys, they managed to get in and they held pretty decent. to the daily low, because what makes sense today was to come back, and the daily yesterday didn't create a bottom wick. So the daily today got retested. The idea was to retest the daily low and maybe a fake out by 20 pips or more. Yeah, which it did.
Which it did.
Yeah. But most of the times the breakout, the easiest breakout that you can get is a bearish close, a body of a candle closing below the 4-hour candle from London low. For what I see, your 4-hour candle closed quite different. No, your 4-hour candle closed at 10 a.m.
Yeah, it closed at 10.
Yeah, it closed at 10. Yeah, the one that I consider is I trade not futures. What I trade is Forex with the broker I use. So here is the trick. Most of the times I'm looking the Oanda chart for the CFD information.
Okay.
And then I go with the flow. I go with the 4-hour candle that closed at 5 a.m. in the morning. If I manage to have a body.
So you use the Forex 4-hour basically.
Correct. It's technically the same. I don't know if you notice, for example, for me, some of the levels like the 33 on your chart, the 33.40 is my 33 level. So most of the times the offset is like $10 in price.
Okay,
from
I'm gonna go break even here. We broke that low. I'm gonna go break even.
Yeah.
We've secured partials here.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Let's see if this can run.
It's looking good.
Close partial. Let's see if we can get down to
at least like 40 pips more, no? Like the 33. Yeah, like 40 pip more, it can be done.
I want to see the higher time frame there for me.
Yeah. It's looking Gucci. Time wise, it's good. You still have roughly 2 more minutes of drop. Yeah.
Oh, you came in at a perfect time. We got a W right as we walked in here. Amazing. So stops the break even. This is risk free. This is house money at this point, gang. And let's see if we can come down here, or we're just gonna break highs. Yo, chill out, bro. This fucking dinosaur.
Beautiful trade, Wicks.
Yeah, all we just gotta do is wait for it to run. The thing is, this was a heavy drive up, right? That was a strong last closure. So we can, and we've created a top wick, so we've created a range to fill up here that didn't happen on the previous candle. So we start flipping bullish. We kind of have a decent entry, right? If we come up to entry, we're starting to flip bullish, and then we can start filling the wick up. But if we don't, we re-break lows, I think we're good to go for the rest of the session. Down to support. It's just got to re-break this current low. But partial secured. I mean, you guys are all winners today, right? I've secured 2 out of the 3 lots that I opened on here, and let me get this dinosaur out of the way, and then I want to pick Kerwin's brain. And there we go. BE hit on that. Yo, hold on. Yeah, how can I help you, sweetie? Can I watch outside? Well, if you're going to keep diving in the pool, I got to keep Benny in here because he's going to try to jump in. He's going to try. All right. Come here. Come here. Have some food. Here, go out there. Go. Why is the pool pissing you off, bro? Come here. Here, have a snack. Come here, I got you. Here's your snack. Stop barking. You're being weird. Sorry, brother. My dog loses it when he sees the kids go in the pool.
Oh.
And they start jumping and diving around him, and he loses it. He goes crazy.
What breed do you have?
He's a XL bully.
Oh.
Benny, come here. Come here. Come on. Oh shit! There he is. There he is.
Oh.
There he is. He's so fucking big.
Yeah.
He's 124 pounds right now.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
It's huge.
He's very big. Go. You want to go in the pool? Go. Don't let Benny out. Oh well. Look at that. It came back up, tapped us out, and continuing down. Such is life. Sometimes these things will happen where it won't play out ideally to how you want it to. But I mean, all you got to do is be a winner every day. You show up, you win a little today, you win a lot tomorrow, you win a little less after that, but over time it all this dog. You see this, Benny? This is a shocker. Some of the females in here are like, I know that one.
You still have the option. This candle will continue driving down. Little pullback to none. If the momentum is there, this candle should be able to break its own low now. But the pullback that makes sense here is no more than the 20. I note that kind of the stop loss that you had to be conservative is pretty tight. So I'm watching my chart on the on FX, right? But the pullback, let me show you the pullback that makes sense as right now for you guys is technically this area here. The 20 is that the 27, no? And price continue driving down. That's what makes sense, because you still have the option to target the low of this candle here. For me, this is a confirmation of support candle. Most of the times when price push, create a resistance, you're good to go. This candle created a beautiful retest to the previous breakout. So now you have enough fuel to fill this whole range over here toward this area. here. It's roughly, I don't know, 40 pips on my terminal more than likely. I don't know for the on your terminal.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I agree with what you're saying, and having the previous 4-hour close heavily bearish here for us, right?
Yeah.
We are bearish. We want to come down. We want to look for sells. The issue is, why are we frozen? The issue is once we start coming down here, right?
Yeah.
And I see this 5 doesn't have much of a top wick. As we start pulling back, I understand that it can create one, and there's range here in terms of this wick. So as it flips, it can fill that wick. So once we start filling any kind of level to the left, I typically go break even.
Oh, okay.
Right? But
yeah,
and especially with this closure. So how we interpret closures like this, right? Anything that closes with no wick, we interpret as no range.
Oh, okay.
That's how we say,
like it's hard.
No wick, so we say, all right, there's no more range to go, because wicks, if wicks are ranges and there's really no wick there, there's not much range to go, right? That's why buys here made sense after making that bottom wick, because we understand there's no range and you're at a support. That candle needs to kind of retest a large portion of the previous one. And that's what happened. And see how there's no wick here on the closure of that candle? There's no more range, so that's why we were looking for sells instead of the continuation back up into range. But once this wick is created on the following candle, we see that as range created, and it's a possibility it can still get filled up. It's just we have bearish momentum.
So look at the timing in the chart. You don't have timing on your bar. Oh yes, you have.
Right,
you see that there's a 2 minutes and 17, whatever, 2 minutes 10 seconds, whatever.
Yeah.
You want to see that continuation when the momentum is there. You want to see that candle in the last 2 minutes, instead of rejecting, creating a brand new low, and that's how you know the momentum's still strong to the downside. And if the candle's not a bottom wick, if the candle has a long wick, in total honesty, when the momentum is there, doesn't mean anything other than its lack of momentum, lack of volume. But most of the time, especially if you look at the 5-minute candles, a 5-minute candle is gonna leave a long ass wick. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can say.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Anything you
but
want.
Most of the times, let me show you. Let me show you here. When you pull up the 5-minute candles, right?
Yeah.
Most of the times, based on my experience, where's the notation again? Oh, this is the notation. Okay. So most of the times, what will happen here is this candle create a long ass wick from the downside, lack of momentum, maybe trading the last 15 minutes of the hourly candle, but immediately the candle that continues on the next candle is gonna create the same behavior as the previous one, little to no top wick, and the wick fill happens in the first 1 minute. Another candle, another candle that is leaving a wick to the downside is this candle. Anybody that can see this candle say, "Oh fuck, it's rejecting." No, but it's a valid reaction until price break the high. If not, that's just lack of momentum. What happened in this candle here? Another candle that is leaving range to trade. New candle, little to no bottom top wick, and the continuation still heavy. Now, when price is approaching your level, the 21, that level for me, in 1 second, that level, your 21 is technically my 13 level on Forex. But based on my experience, that 13 level is a monster area of contention. When you look at the weeklies, when you look at the 4 hours, dailies, in your case, the 4 hours gonna look a little bit different.
Yeah, but the daily, more or less.
But when you look at that level in terms of price action, man, that freaking level, that 13K, the 21 that you have there, let's say the 20, the round number, it's gonna be a nasty area of reaction. So when price is approaching those levels, you say, oh shit, this is pretty much it for me, and I'm gonna cash out here and I'm gonna call it a trade, right? Like for example, look what price did right now in that massive 5-minute candle. If you measure that 5-minute candle, let me see how many pips do I have here. It's probably like 40 pips
40
in volume.
pips on the dot.
Exactly. So that's the one that you needed when you enter the trade. I know that you're playing more conservative in this to an extent to protect the account, which is our business. The trader's business is protect your account. Protect your account. If the momentum is there, you're gonna get paid really nice and easy. Now, when you're having a good day, when you're having a previous winning trade, most of the times you can be a little bit more greedy, let's say, and say, "Oh man, I know this setup. I know the price can make it to the confirmation of support because this candle for me is my confirmation of support, for example." And I'll say, yeah, for sure, I can consider, right? I can consider to target this low right here. Oh, price is rejecting that low and leaving a long ass wick. That's okay. If not, candle will try to pull back in the first 1 minute, second 1 minute break, and the momentum is there because the momentum, this is your momentum. Yeah, it's just that when price is reaching certain levels, they tend to create either range, nonsense behavior, and then you get punished, left and right. But apart from that, no, man. The trade you considered was pretty good, pretty decent trade. Sadly, the pullbacks can be too dangerous on gold.
Yeah, they can be brutal. They can be very unforgiving on gold.
Yeah.
Gold can be a very unforgiving pair.
Yeah. So from now on, excuse me. So from now on, for example, if the momentum continues, all you need to watch is 30-minute candles tend to be more aggressive in pullback. The maximum pullback at this point, what can be? The maximum pullback can be any key level or any confirmation resistance high. Let me see the 5-minute candles that you have here. So technically, the maximum pullback is this candle high. From there, another setup. The candle can push in 1 minute and one 5-minute candle. Another 5 minutes gonna leave a reaction, and a new candle will continue driving down. That's when you see that kind of momentum, it's way easy to trade. But like I said, the tricky situation here is the level itself. That 21 that you marked in there, that's technically my 13 level. And I know that 13, that the target, like the confirmation support low, that was it. That target was pretty good. It's 40 pips. Technically, where you enter is technically 40 pips down.
So you wouldn't move stops to break even until you're either breaking or tapping this level, or you're breaking.
No.
Your
Look,
high.
The way that I'll try to do something there, let's say, is gonna be like the entry you got was really good. In sense of that you're waiting for the top wick to be established. Yeah. That's a beautiful entry. So what I will do is try to this one. Try to enter at the break of that low. I'm gonna be risking probably the high of that candle first, but as soon as price is closing, is leaving this high, I'm gonna use the stop loss on the high of this candle. The first 1 minute, when you pull up the 1 minute, and let me see where is the first 1 minute after. You can do bar replay in here or no?
Yeah, you can do. Oh, not on this one. Yeah, I can go.
Not on that one, no. No. Okay. Go bar replay on the 5 minutes, and on the 5 minutes. And check what happened as soon as this candle closed. That very so replay.
It won't
replay on
print
that candle.
We can go by 1 minute intervals. Oh, so what?
Oh, okay. That's all right. No
worries.
worries. Just
we
pull
have
up.
Premium. Hold on. We got premium. I think we haven't been logged in here for forever because we're trading on this. But,
but don't worry. Just keep an eye on what happened at the close on that last 5 minutes on the 5-minute candle that closed the one that you entered. your entry was somewhere here, no?
The entry was
27,
the
so-
flip here on the 15, so right there.
The
entry-
28.
right,
Let's say
entry is
28.
right there.
Uh-huh. And do you remember what time that happened?
Yeah, that's off the opening of the 15-minute candle. So that was 10:16, 10:17.
Okay. Yeah, because overall, I'm gonna wait for that candle to close. This that bullish candle. I need a resistance. I need a reaction. Let's say if I don't have the resistance, I need a reaction. So what I will consider is what is the information here on that candle reacting. Before I pull the trigger at the break of that low, I'm gonna need a certain resistance being established near to that key low, near to that 28, 29, 30, whatever you have there. So what I will try to do is, instead of me entering at the flip of the candle just because the candle created the top wick, I'll wait for that candle closing. I'm gonna wait for 1 minute candle at least that can give me either a support that a new candle respect the high and break the low, and my entry is gonna be this one, not the flip. So at that point, instead of me, right, risking the entire high of this candle,
It's going to be the current candle.
it's going to be the current candle high.
Yeah.
Correct. I have information in this candle here that is going to be black or white. It's going to tell this resistance is valid and this resistance need to continue. Last 2 minutes, continue. And the next candle will have to do the same. If I have momentum, the first 1 minute candle of the next 5 is going to be a resistance. And the second 1 minute is going to break that resistance candle low and continue driving to my target. This is my target.
At some point, yeah. At some point, you realize that it's holding, or at some point you realize that this is the candle that's going to let you know it's going up or down. This is the candle that's going to show that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah,
Very
but
interesting.
we all see price action in a different way. It's just that the way that I do it is a little bit more conservative in the sense that I need more information. When I'm telling you, if you put these things on a simulation tool, it's easy. Like the easiest one in here was when they finally, after multiple reactions happened, the kind of the one that makes sense was to take the break of this candle low. Plain and simple. And after that, momentum.
Let me ask you a question. So you're not waiting for this closure below the range here?
No. You don't need a close below the range, because what you need is, where is the high volume candle? This candle here, that NYSE, that 9:30 a.m., that's my high volume candle. It's the same as the COMEX open. Multiple times you're going to have a COMEX that is closing bullish, but the next candle is not breaking the COMEX high, so therefore you cannot look for buys until price finally close above the COMEX. The commodity exchange open, for the ones that don't know what COMEX means, is commodity exchange open. So at 8:20, that candle closed on my 5 minutes 25, and from there, if there's news in the market, avoid trading the COMEX close. Why? Because COMEX can close bullish, and you may have the picture clean for a possible move, let's say to the upside, but the new candle will try to tease you and
you had
punish
unemployment
you.
claims right after
And
today.
then go the opposite way, go downtown before a brand new close happen, and then that breakout is the one that you want to consider after the news has been released, because multiple times the news is just noise in the market. So the same happened in this area here.
Right
that
there,
huge
COMEX
reaction
open.
candle is a hell of a volume, right? The one that isn't because you have to understand this. Can you squeeze the chart a little bit more to the upside? Yes, correct. Yeah. So here's the thing. These are not my drawings, no?
No, that's me.
No, okay. So here's the thing. Give me 1 second. Let me get a tiny one. So we need to know what happened there. How you avoid, like being stopped out, or you have FOMO, whatever. Wait until a body close below this area. Where is your COMEX volume? This is your COMEX volume. Somewhere there. There's a little pause in the market. What happened with the news? Just retesting the COMEX low, closing bullish. What is the bullish close? This one. This candle here is telling you, hey, buys make sense, at least to retest that confirmation resistance high, or to retest the major key low. Here on that zone over here, I have a 33.30. This is a master key low. 33.30 is like trading at the 33.50, trading at the 33 flat, let's say.
Like
it's a monster. Exactly. And price on the higher time frame tends to go there just to pick more liquidity, to pick more volume, to, you know, get more orders into the market. Now, when there's heavy candles driving up, like this candle here, you don't need to be counter trending the 30. You don't need to be counter trending that zone. But on a daily basis, if Asian session push, a London session push, and NY push, like the 3 sessions in a row, retesting that area, the moment you have a bullish close outside that area, that shit is gonna fly because it's gonna release the volume from the 2 previous sessions. Today, with that kind of news, was fishy as hell, man. Like this huge candle here, as soon as the 4-hour candle opens, it was fishy. But why price never gave it a go about the candle that injected the most healthy volume, right? Nothing. Oh, what's the difference on this candle here? Oh, it's a massive candle. It's deleting this information and it's deleting this information from NYSE. So once you have that information, you say, "Fuck it, man, I'm gonna just go for it," you know. So and pray for the best.
So then, what are you looking for in terms of stops? Let's say you get this closure. This stop is all the way up here.
Any key level, like for in my terminal, let me see the 5-minute candle here on my terminal. I'm gonna tell you what is that level, the opening of NYSE.
Because I understand you had the NYSE open the low that pushed us up, the volume pushed us up, but then we break that NYSE open low, and I understand this. So now at this point we're coming down. You know, actually today when we were here, I said we're gonna drop here another 30-40 pips, and you know,
it was madness. I don't know if your terminal, and my terminal was mad volume, like 1 minute going up and down.
I think that's on the forex side. The future side is a bit more calm. It doesn't. The candles don't twitch like they do in forex. They're a little. They're smoother printing.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of this. You'll do in volume time, and you'll see it twitch, and then you kind of know the direction it's going to.
Yeah, but most of the times when the momentum is there, for example, what is the stuff that need to happen for you if you're gonna enter, let's say, at the break of that candle low? All you need is a little pause in the market, 1 minute, and then take the second 1 minute break. You can enter aggressive
on the 1 minute
as market
right here.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, no worries. If the momentum is there, the 1 minute candle is gonna be the driver for the
yeah,
session.
This would have been the closure here.
That's the closure. So technically, your entry can be the low of that candle there after the 1 minute close, and the stop loss is gonna be the top of that candle. Now, if you're gonna be aggressive, like the price leaving ASAP, the price is leaving that low, and you don't wait for that 1 minute to close, it's a hit or miss, because sometimes that 1 minute, so much volume, that 1 minute can give you 40, 50 pips in volume in one shot. And then you say, oh shit, yeah, I already missed the entry, right? So some people tend to be more aggressive, and they're gonna be breaking the low of the candle there. They have enough information. They're gonna need to use the high of the candle as your stop loss. Why? Because this is the candle that is giving the information in the little tiny time frames, saying, hey, I'm here, I have volume, bitches, so you better move out from my way.
Are you not afraid? Are you not worried about the 13 level, like you said, 33, 13?
Yeah, but the 13 levels is somewhere there.
Sorry, you're not
on
worried
FX.
You don't have a level here as you're coming down.
No, I don't have a level. Technically, my level there was 18 level. There was an 18 level holding here. This is my 18 level. Yeah. Yeah, but at that point, no, because the target is most of the times the 4-hour candle low was sitting below this area in that zone. That was technically the 4-hour. That was it was this candle. I don't exactly remember on the but this is the future chart. Yeah. The one that I had is let me see. Let me check the the zone, right? The zone that I have here for the. Can you pull up the 5-minute candles?
Yep.
Thank you. The zone that I have for the 4-hour candle low is technically this area here. This area. Mm-hmm. This area. So what is the stuff that I look on a daily basis? Below that candle there to target from this area here, 50, 75, and 125 pips, 100 or 125 pips to the downside. What is the stuff that I need? It's a one silly bearish close, a body, something that never happened before. A body closing, a pullback, and the breakout. And I'll be okay for that breakout. Give me 1 second. Let me bring a red color here. So what is the stuff that I need? This is right there. This is my 4-hour last bodies on the 4-hour. This candle here is telling me, hey, I'm here. I already closed bearish. So what I need is a 1 minute pullback and the second 1 minute breaking. If that's there, I'm gonna start measuring from that low of that 4-hour candle, from that previous structure that closed near to the 5 a.m., which is the 4-hour close for me.
Yep, right.
Then I'll look for 50 pips, 75, or even 100. So what is the candle that gave me that information? And what is the candle that didn't manage to break that low? The candle that gave me the information is this candle here. It's a beautiful close, but then this candle is not giving me the pullback and the breakout. What is, right, from this area here? Give me 1 second again. Bear with me. This candle here, right, from that low. What is the candle that technically closed bearish below that area there? This candle here. So I know this candle is giving me a beautiful signal to continue trading below this low for 50, 75, or even 100 pips. Measure once this candle closed, right? If you could have entered as breakout trader here for the weak fill, if you didn't manage to enter on the weak fill on the first 1 minute there, measure how many pips you have here to the last rejection there.
It's about 90 pips.
It's roughly 90 plus, no?
Yeah, 90 pips, 91.
Yeah, maybe here because you don't have the spread and shit. That's why. But if I measure my chart, it's probably gonna give me like 95 plus. I mean, the algorithms are kind of specific. You can blame, on my terminal that low is 97 pips.
But
So
it's
if
more or
it's
less the
missing-
way it moves, actually. The price might be off, but the way it moves is pretty much the same. It's very similar.
Pretty much the same. And when you look at the CFD chart, which is the Forex chart, the level that got rejected is the 3310. I know future. I don't want to confuse you. I don't want anybody here, to get overwhelmed because of the level, because of the candle, whatever. Just when you map out your chart with the CFD, with the Forex chart, you tend to collect more data, like reliable information. You have the trading view chart, no?
Yeah.
Check the trading view chart and see how every $10 move on gold behave. That's your CFD.
Yep.
Look what happened. Look what happened on that candle at the high, at the very top of the session. Up north. Yeah, right there. Grab the 30. Place a line on the 30. 3330.
Oh, on
Yeah,
30.
3330. Yeah, 3330. It's like millimetrical, man. Look at that. If price is gonna leave the key level, if price is leaving the key level, price will need to break back in last year. They're gonna need to break 15 pips above the 3330, let's say 31.5.
Yeah.
Nowadays, volatility is higher, so they need to clear the 20 pips above the key level, which is the 32. If not, that key level can hold and hold and hold and hold. Now, go to the downside and see how nasty the range of 200 pips can be, and let me know what is the low of the day today. For example, on the CFD chart.
3310. Jeez.
Why do you think price love doing that shit? Going from round numbers. But this is information that if you're just watching the GC1, which is the future chart, you're gonna miss a bunch of information. For me, Forex is legit. The chart on Forex is legit, bro. And every time the price push is gonna go either to 10 pips to the key level, to the 30, in this case, price went to the 20. The previous reaction, this one.
Yeah, we have 3340, 3320 here.
This is always like $10 most of the times, unless it's the last day of the month, tend to be a little bit more or sometimes less. But most of the times, what you're gonna have is price pulling back to round numbers, and you can be all aggressive you want, and all you need is to risk 20 pips on top of that kilo. Like if price is leaving the 32, get out of that thing. Don't hold that position. But most of the times, price will go to the 33.30 and reject. In my case, this 30 is the 20.
Yeah.
So I know the price need to break the 20, the 33.22, and then I avoid feeding the market and say, oh no, fuck, I took a trade from the 33.29 in this case, 29.5. I was risking the 32, and price is not respecting, 25 pips more than enough, and that's being aggressive. But most of the times price will behave in waves, and they're gonna go for this kind of behavior. They're gonna go either to the key level, reject less than, nowadays it's 20 pips above the kilo or below. So price can literally go to the 10, break a little bit more, but need to respect the 33.18. As soon as price is closing bullish, you go for it. Oh, price is pushing to the 20, you play the range like a king, and then boom, to the downside we go, and all you need to risk is 20 pips on that area. But depending the time in the session, can be easy, sometimes can be tough, and you don't want to be, messing around. Like, keep doing your thing, just, as a friendly advice, always keep an eye on the round numbers, what the market can give you around the near to the round numbers. Most of the time, something that I don't recommend, but I do a lot, is like, if I have a 4-hour candle, right? If the daily, most of the times, if the daily is bullish, right? My daily is bullish. I have the previous daily bullish, the current daily is bullish, right? Let's say this is our daily candle.
It's looking right now. Just
yeah.
the bottom way.
So exactly. So most of the times, this is your Asian session. That's the daily low. Most of the times, London is gonna create a bearish close, a pause in the market. Measure what you have here on the London low and try to look for buys 75 pips below that London low. If you manage to catch a knife with bare hands 75 pips below that London low, all you need to risk is 25, because very rare that London's going to deliver more than 100 pips. When the momentum is there, that's okay, but market will create a little bit of circle, a little bit of a circle, a little bit of a circle, a little bit of a circle.
Down
when price is going in one single shot, most of the times what price will try to do is to go for the London low. The daily is still looking bullish. They're going to try to retest the Asian session low, or even fake out the daily low by 20 pips or less, sometimes 13, sometimes 20, and then reverse. If this is your London low, your London 4-hour, and price deliver 75 pips, you can always try to be the hero of the session, buying 75, risking 25, and from there you look for reversal of 100 pips.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a hell of a...
Because it's a lot of it is really, it's what we do is just how we look at it perspective wise, right? We see it differently, but we do a lot of same things or similar things, and in terms of identifying volume and identifying the levels.
I was thinking about that earlier, Wiggs.
It's
y'all do the same thing, but you're doing it on ranges. If you look at the board, everything he explaining is the same thing that you wait for, and with your strategy on the top range and the bottom range, identical, but he's just explaining it dissectively.
It's just very similar. It's very similar in terms of like, because we're all just doing price action. We're all just reading candles, right? And we're all see the same thing. It's just like, we see a different shot. Like we had earlier, the example of like, when you look at a reflection or a shadow of a cylinder on a wall, it really depends from what angle you're looking at that shadow, because that could be a square on one wall, but if that light is shining from a different angle, it could be a circle on the wall, right? So we're seeing the same thing. We're seeing the same cylinder, just the way our perspective, where we're standing based on the shadow, that's the only thing that differs. But we all see the same thing. The market's printing the same thing for all of us, for the same candles, and it's just where we find the edge, where we interpret the edge. But this is it's really helpful seeing where somebody else sees an edge, because it's not an opportunity that, or a place on the chart that my eyesight would have locked in on, right? But hearing things like this, you tend to, then you start watching for things, right? You don't know how many red cars you saw today, but if you know you're looking for a red car, you'll start counting how many red cars you see on the road. Same thing here. Like, we don't know how many opportunities we missed because we haven't looked for them. But if we have a perspective that shows us, opportunities in different places, now you can look for those opportunities, right? Because you know where they are. You've been that perspective has been open for you. So that's pretty dope, Kervin.
And most of the time, market is repetition. So once you spot a certain move, you're familiar with it, man, it's gonna be easy for you to dissect that candle next time. So you're gonna say, oh, I've seen this move before. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. It's like when price during news on candle, they show up with good numbers, bad numbers, but it's against the bigger picture. What happened is that most of the times price will go 75, 100 pip max from the news release, and immediately you have a reaction. If it's against the bigger picture, if it's against the real technical fundamentals, is just noise in the market. In total honesty, most of the times they use to manipulate people's minds and say, "Oh my God, the news are good, so I'm gonna."
I agree.
Sell
Nothing can happen without the candle printing here,
exactly.
no matter what the fundamentals say.
Exactly. And most of the times, before the news are coming in play, you're gonna have a 4-hour candle telling the story. You're gonna have a daily candle telling the story, so you know what to look for.
And that's what we say. The news will typically fall in line with price action. If you have price action that's telling you a story beforehand, the news will typically fall in line with the story.
Yeah.
I had a question for you. I see you take news trades as it's pushing, and you'll have, let's say we have new, right, FOMC, and I see you have a buy limit here and a stop right below the candle. Can you go walk us through your mindset, or what you're looking at when you're doing that?
What I just told you, like I'm gonna
only
measure
off the daily level that you're looking at? Are you looking at the support? What are you looking at?
It depends on what I have on the 4-hour candles, but most of the time, let's say news are being released now, right? Now in this case, fish is very dangerous because the daily is still okay for a possible continuation up. But what I'll do is, when the news are coming, I'm gonna look into the last confirmation of support low, like this candle here. If it's a key level, if this candle aligns really good, that I'm gonna have like 80 pips, 100 pips from this opening of the news, I'm gonna take this entry and I'm gonna risk the last low of a candle that already closed about the round number. In this case, we have a 33.15. So what is the candle that closed above the 33.15? More than likely this candle maybe. So I'm gonna take the entry on this area here, on that confirmation support, and I'm gonna risk the low of that candle there. If this align with 100 pips for the news. And my daily, I'm trying to become buying the wick of a daily, because remember, the daily can go up and down, up and down. What I'm trying to catch is the lowest point of that wick of that daily candle, so I can go for that continuation up. And at the end of the day, I can be 200, 300 pips on a runner. And don't get me wrong, you probably see the fucking stories of the way that I take the trade. Yes, the stop loss is small, but when you see 200, 300 pips and runner, it doesn't mean that I'm holding entire position. No, I close one position. If I enter with, let's say, 2 positions, I'm gonna close one at 1-to-1, and the other one is just a win. Now, what if I enter with just one single position? What I'll do is I'm risking maybe 30 pips. I see price going 60 pips. I'm gonna close 75%. I'm gonna click the magic keys, or manually, whatever the case is. I'm going to click twice, close half, and I'm done. And I'm going to move the stop loss pretty tight. So that little runner, let's say 25% of the position, that little runner can go 200, can go 100. It depends. As soon as I see the price is not going my way, I'm going to close the runner. I'm not going to leave the runner, being hit on a stop loss or BE or whatever. Immediately, I'll move the stop loss to inside profits most of the times.
What if the daily was bearish? Would you still look for a buy here? Down here?
No. If the daily is bearish, I'll do the opposite. If the daily,
So where would you have a buy limit here? If the round,
let's say
all the way up at 33.40, because I don't think the news would hit there.
No. Where price retested this area here. Where this is show me the 5-minute candles.
Yep.
I'm gonna look for the candle that created the most healthy information. This candle here, for example, that's my confirmation or resistance. This is my key level, and this is my breakout from the London from the NYSE session. So if price is trading near this area here, I have a bearish daily, right? That is driving like this. So far, that daily is looking like this. So what I will try to do is, like, that daily push into this area here. That's gonna be my entry point, and I'm gonna try to squeeze the most I can that volume. If I have the entry plan for that body, most of the times you can plan an entry at the body, or you can plan an entry on a top wick of a previous high volume candle. Like in this case, the high volume candle that we had before was this candle here. That's your COMEX candle, right? This is your 820, no? This candle here.
So you wouldn't look at this candle coming down here heavy? Right here?
I'll look to that candle going down heavy. I'll look into this candle here, the COMEX volume, the commodity exchange open, right? If it's 10 a.m., let's say, I'll consider to take a sell from that area there. If price is trading on top of this area, the daily is still bearish or the structure is bearish, I'll try to sell the high of NYSE, the high of that candle there. And I'm going to risk the confirmation resistance high. Why? Because this candle here, most of the times, if you go back in time, most of the times, the structure is, let's say, the structure is bearish, right? The structure is bearish. Yeah. Everything is looking Gucci. NYSE can create a bullish close. And what is the stuff they're going to try to do? They're going to try to induce people to go for buys as breakout traders there, not knowing what the bigger picture is saying. Immediately, you're going to have a fake out from the candle and a new candle that create a resistance. Once you get the close below this area here, you know that this volume is being released. And if you have any structure sitting to the left-hand side, that's your target below that structure there.
So
can happen in 5 minutes, can happen 10, 15, 20, 30. Only the market will tell, when the volume is going to kick in.
So if we have news coming in right now and we have a bearish daily and we see this all of a sudden start pumping up, right? We see a heavy drive up, right? We see this happen. Are you looking for a sell limit at this area, 3330 area?
If this area here
and a stop here, roughly?
No, you don't need a big stop loss there. If it's gonna pay, it's gonna pay like this. This may be your entry. If from here to that zone is 100 pips, let's say, you can always sell limit, or you can always have the option to leave market alone, push, and try to sell the last 2 minutes of the candle, of the news candle. If market already created some sort of a upside structure, like what you see here.
Yeah.
See how this low was established? Yeah. Now you have a brand new low. So if price is creating this kind of push, you don't want to be in front of that train so easily, because this can be a brand new extension to continue pushing and then create a new high, and now you have a brand new low. And then price, you're gonna be trading counter trend to create a new low before market continue. So in that case, what you can do at the news is, where is 100 pips from the news opening? If this is my, let's say 34, and this is my 34, I'm not gonna use this high over here as my entry. I'm gonna try to enter at the 100 pips from the news opening. Always, you can go 100, you can go 80. The less entry you have, let's say if you enter at the 70, at the 75 with some sort of FOMO, that means that you're gonna need to start showing your underwear more than likely, because price can go, activate your order, and price pull back a little bit and create a brand new 1 minute support and then continuation. And then as soon as that happens, you need to understand, oh, fuck, I got in here, price already pulled back, but that create that 1 minute support that was established. I'm going to move my stop loss to the high of the candle. No matter if I was risking 20, 30, 40, 50, I'm going to use the high of the candle as my stop loss, because the moment you have a 5 minute candle, let's say it's closing like this, no matter, that candle can close even like this, right?
Yeah.
Can close like this. But as soon as that candle gives you a brand new 1 minute support, and that 1 minute support is not being respected, that shit can give you entire wick fill to the upside. And if you enter here and you manage to get 20, 40, 50 pips down, your best bet is keep an eye on what the lower time frames can give you. As soon as you see this 1 minute candle here, you say, oh shit, I got in there. Yeah, I got in there. I got in here. Price, instead of giving me after that reaction, overall what you want to see, instead of a bullish candle creating support, what you want to see is the opposite, because when the reaction is valid, what you're going to see here is a plain and simple. Exactly. A candle that may induce, retest a little bit, immediately create a bearish close, if not leaving the low in one shot, but you're going to create a resistance and then a new candle there, and boom, to the downside we go in the lower time frame. But what happened if, instead of having this resistance being established there after the massive reaction, you have a bullish close? Oh shit, if you have a bullish close, then it's the opposite. Yeah. The weak fill is what makes sense. It's the same thing that happened this morning in this area here. When market was selling off, the candle creates a reaction, but a sap create the reaction in the last 2 minutes. If you go on the candle in the last 2 minutes, The last 2 minutes, what created that thing? It's the worst thing, worst timing, for example, to be breakout trader with FOMO is, oh man, it's leaving the support. But this candle is reading the minute number 3 and number 4,
left.
3 and 4, 2 minutes left is when that reaction is going to happen. Why? Because market loves doing that. So most of the times we'll create 2 bullish candles. When the momentum is there, you're going to have what you're going to have there is 2 bullish candles, support, confirmation support, and this is the closing of the 5. But the 5, more than likely, let's say, is closing like this, and with momentum, wicked fill. So what's going to happen here is a new candle, no matter what, is going to open with little to no top wick, especially if the previous 5 closed with no top wick. Then you're going to have here is a plain and simple 1 minute candle that with momentum, wicked fill. In 1 minute, 1 minute candle can eat 2 minutes.
Are you just would you open a position right on the closure, or are you waiting for the first 1 minute?
Yes, I can. If I have prior that move, I have this kind of healthy volume, I can do it here.
You don't.
I can do it.
You don't even wait for the top wick on the next candle.
No,
because it might not give you one. It'll just look like
may not give you one, because if the bearish pressure is there, price has no business to break the high of the candle there. Immediately, what you get is the first 1 minute, the wick fill. And the next candle is going to replicate the same volume. You know, little to no top wick, and you can go for the wick fill.
Interesting.
So it's a hell of a business if the momentum dies. All out of the blue, if the momentum dies because you're trading at the pretty heavy area of support, or you're trading to a pretty heavy level of contention, heavy level of support, or heavy level of resistance, you may suffer a little bit. But it's gonna be like this: you either get paid or nothing. You know, like if you measure that wick to the downside from this to here, you can get in 1 minute, you can be 25 pips and be done with that shit. Yeah. So most of the times, look, that candle there, 35 pips, no? Now pull up, go there and that candle, and look what happened at the that candle open. At what time that candle opened? The next candle, the wick fill. That was the 45, so the 50. Check the candle number, the candle 50, 950 to 951, and measure that candle there. It's gonna eat the entire 30 pips in one single 1 minute. That candle there, that's the opening.
30 pips.
Yeah, that candle. It's insane, but the momentum is there, and you're playing with the momentum. When momentum is there, we can feel like in the first 1 minute. And if you look at the next candle, where is the next 5? The next 5 is probably this one, right?
Right there.
If you measure that candle is gonna eat that wick fill in no time as well, because the momentum is heavy. Yeah, and this is
2 minutes. First 2 minutes of the candle.
Yeah, and since this is price action, the same thing that you have here, a support, confirmation of support, and the candle respecting the high, the same scenario you're gonna have later on, and the same scenario you're gonna find in the 5 minute candles. 2 5 minutes when the momentum is heavy, you're gonna find 2 5 minutes pushing, and in the next 5 minutes gonna eat everything. Like in here, for example, in this area here. Give me 1 second. Where is the notation again? Yes. So in this area, for example, you have this is your last low. That's a confirmation support. What's gonna happen is you're gonna have 1 5 minute, another 5 minute, and price is still managing to retest the confirmation of support or the support candle low, and you know the momentum can continue. Like price, people can easily get this to be breakout traders here. Immediately you have another close. Immediately you have another bearish close, and price is creating range before the flush. But this is with momentum. Don't try this. As in session is fishy as hell. As in session, you don't need to be trading 5 minutes or not even 15 minutes so easily on as in session. As in session, kind of the easy one is on Wednesday afternoon, the one that opened like last night. You know that Forex brokers, they pay you have, if you're holding buys on a Wednesday session,
they pay
to the Thursday session,
triple.
You have to pay like 10 times more swap. So if you're holding a one standard, right, a runner, one buy, one standard, instead of you paying $7, you're gonna be paying $70 in swap fee. If you're selling, then they're gonna pay you $70 in swap fee. It's the opposite. But most of the times, if you look into Wednesday candles, most of the times the Wednesday candle is a start with reversal, and as soon as market open, they're gonna deliver 100 pips to the upside. Because if you wanna see that 100 pip playing out, you need to pay a big ass swap fee. It's not so simple. Advice that I give everybody is like, if you're holding sales on a Wednesday, yes, you're gonna get paid, right? You're holding sales on a Wednesday session. Don't hold it. Don't hold it unless you have a pretty decent entry, because most of the times they're gonna pay you the 10 times the swap fee. They're gonna give you, let's say, $70, but that $70 is not gonna be compared to the drag down you're gonna see, because price is gonna go against you.
The gap that you're gonna see on open.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's insane. So it's really insane to see the algorithms play out, you know.
Especially when you know what you're paying attention to, and it does exactly what you're looking for over and over and over. It's like, all right, this is it magic?
Yeah, it's not magic.
So I had a question, last question. On a bearish day, if that news didn't pump up, it pumped straight down. You're not looking for this reversal here, right? You're just looking for news to play out. Are you trading with news?
Yeah, with news. Most of the times, this is a beautiful question, because most people don't see this like so easily in the market. Let's say you are in a bearish day. Let's say the news and technicals and fundamentals are there. Yeah. So most of the times, news are gonna create this. You wait, either the first 1 minute is gonna create a massive drop, and the second 1 minute will try to retest the news open, fuel again, and let's go downtown from there. So you have the option to be aggressive, leave the 1 minute alone, you know, once that 1 minute close, and if you see a pullback happening to the opening of the news, institutions don't trade news. Nobody trading news at that point. So it's more like the orders are getting filled after the news are being released. So most of the times you can enter here, and have at least 10 pips on stop loss on the news candle high. And you're looking for that continuation. If the news happen in the direction of the technicals. Now, most of the times, price will do something like this, for example, news, and you say, oh man, the closing, let me show you here. The close is good, it's strong, it's leaving, let's say, no range to trade to the downside. What do you need there? A brand new 1 minute that create the resistance, and be breakout trader below that 1 minute, aim for the wick on that candle there, and continuation. And with momentum, you're going to see that after the news, every 5 minute candle is going to create the same.
We technically should not re-break the first 1 minute high, right?
The first 1 minute, as long as 1 minute close bearish. Yeah. You can always be breakout trader below that 1 minute. And a stop loss, if a stop loss is 3 pips, it's 3 pips is stop loss. If the stop loss is 5, it's 5 pips. If the stop loss is 7, it's 7. Now, don't risk 1% of your account risking 3 pips, because even the spread can take you out, you know?
Yeah.
But the idea is that you're going to get rewarded really easy. But after news, it's easy. News close, little 1 minute resistance or whatever. If the 1 minute creates some sort of resistance there. If not, if prior to the news you had healthy bearish candles with little to no top wicks, then you can enter aggressive as soon as the candle opens, and have a pretty decent stop loss on the last 1 minute that created that bearish close.
Interesting.
It's aggressive, don't get me wrong. That's it. You need to see that multiple times before you try something.
Yeah, it's logical though. Like when you're explaining it, there's logic behind it. If it makes sense, you know, typically in the long term, it makes dollars as well.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Thank you, Carvin. This is very enlightening.
My pleasure, brother.
There's a whole. I'm sure the chat has a lot of questions. I had a whole bunch of questions, but like the main ones, and really like I wanted to really hear your perspective on news and on key levels and on your on the reels that you post. Right, I see the reels that you post, and I see this position happen all the time for the news. And those were my questions. So I really appreciate you hopping on here and answering
no problem, brother. Anytime.
Anybody have any questions for Carvin before we call it a session? Anybody want to? And he's got a YouTube channel, and he's got his own group too. You want to plug your YouTube or your group? I don't.
Nah, that's fine. They can Google it. I came here, to promote my thing,
Yeah, no, but it's still cool if people want to learn and they want to, they want to pick your brain. Like Carvin's Amazing. It's been very
I've
easy
been
to get in contact with, very easy to talk to.
I've
So.
been streaming lately because a lot of people, especially from Asia, they're like, bro, I don't have the money to to pay for the whatever for what you do, and it's just giving back to the community. That's why I upload some videos on YouTube. Not everything, because the sauce, I'm not gonna give the sauce for free, but no, most of the videos you're gonna find plenty of information. Even if you don't mind, can you pull up my YouTube in your thing?
Sure.
Can you pull up because I want you guys to, if you guys want, right, you can go and watch. There's not the last video. I have a video based off
it's
kilos.
Kerwin's trading floor, right?
Yeah, Kerwin's trading floor. It's a video talking about the way that I use key levels, to trade a body of a candle closing below. If the momentum if the bearish pressure is there, you take the breakout. But that's a whole different topic. Go to the there's one. Okay, trading gold from certain kilos down below that one, the 25. Yeah, and if you can skip to the where I'm talking about don't feed the market around the 30 level. A little bit more. Don't make sense. You have to wait for a brand new setup. But in this case, mainly kills for the ones that are being, kind of.
Basically, watch this video, gang, if you want more understanding.
Yeah. You want to understand a little bit more about kilos. This is the way that I use kilos in Confluence, with other things, but mainly the body of a candle that close above or below a round number. Like the 45, like in this case, for example, the 45.
When did you record this?
It was like a long time ago, probably a year ago. It's at 23.50, so yeah, more than likely a year ago. Yeah, all these videos are recorded there in my Vimeo channel, but it's a private channel on Vimeo. It's only. But at some point, I'll be talking about. Yeah, at some point I'll be talking about don't feed the market. When market is going to the 30, skip a lot more from there, probably almost to the end. I'll be saying don't be at the 30. Maybe when price is going to the 30, a little bit more, far from there, a little bit more forward. Yeah, when price is near to the 27, 30 level.
That's where you start explaining it.
Yeah, but more. Way ahead from there, a little bit more, much more. It's probably almost at the end. Yeah, somewhere right there probably. You see that price is already trading a little bit behind this. Yeah, can you rewind like 2 more minutes, 2-3 minutes? Let's see. Right there. Pullback 27, so I can look for a possible move to the downside. And happens the same to the 30 level. Yeah, it's fine. Right there is fine. Below the 25, pullback 27, so I can look for a possible move to the downside. And happens the same at the 1830s, 1930s, 2030s. I'm telling you, these 30 levels are really dangerous, really aggressive in the way they behave, pricing there. But you have something that you have to consider when you're trading near to the 30. Avoid holding position for longer because it's not fun. So this just a quick that video. 30. What is the kilo? What is, if you can go a little bit backward, like probably like 2 more minutes to the minute number 17, because I want you guys to understand something as well in that zone. And this is the CFD, right? More to the little bit more. Yeah, somewhere there. You can leave it there. Because the thing in here is that price for some reason, same thing that happened today on that 30 level that you have a 40, right? On futures is 40, but my level is 30. It creates so much contention. And I have a really, really hard time trading in that zone. Like near to the 30, I don't trust so easily.
Why?
And because the level itself.
Rejection?
It's let's say you're trying to be a breakout trader. You don't see the level itself. You don't pay attention what number is. be careful because that 30 can hold price the same way that the 50 can hold, the same way that the 33 flat can hold. So it's insane the amount of contention that price can create there. Now, you won't wanna you wanna see continuation. If let's say in this case you're trading to the downside, trade below the 27, your pullback will be the 30 or 33 maximum, and from there price is gonna continue driving down.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
that's what you're
always
showing right now.
yeah. And the same thing happened today. On that 32, the thing is you have a 33.40 there, but for me it's a 33.30. Can be nasty. Really, really nasty.
Where were you
So-
looking for positions today? Hey, cancel which candle?
The candles, let me show the 5-minute candles there. I wanted to sell first. I wanted to sell below this candle, below that support candle low.
So
I
you're
wanted
looking for
a bearish close, but really early in the session, before even before the news, with this kind of close, I wanted a pullback and the breakout.
but not here, not
Yes, there as well. But in this case, when that candle closed, when this candle closing, I didn't want to consider it because I wanted to see when that mad volume started to kick in, I took a buy somewhere there. I took a buy expecting that this support, that heavy, beautiful support candle there. I told the guys, look, I hate to trade on that 30 there, but I know that this is a heavy volume. This candle here created the resistance, then this candle retested the resisting candle, and it's closing bullish. The body is really good. So I'm going to be breakout trader on top of this candle here. So literally, price pulled back a little bit. Prices start hesitating there. Give me a pullback, like 12 pips in pullback. I closed 50. I didn't like it. And price retested a little bit lower. Didn't stop me out. But then price pushed a little bit more. And I told the guys, look, I don't like this shit. I know that I'm dealing with that 30 there. And I'm going to call it a trade. I'm going to call it a day. I'm not going to feed the market anymore.
Yeah.
Because when market is that mad in volume and in decision, I hate to trade, gold. Because you can get in and you can get paid. But at the same time, in 1 minute, it's going to hit your stop, for no reason, 20, 30 pips. You look at the 1 minute candles, they're 30 pips in volume. Insane.
You didn't want to wait for closures and trade above this whole level?
Yes. Yeah. I want it. I literally... This 5-minute candle here, let me show you. This 5-minute candle right here.
Yeah, right there.
That body, that's my 4-hour candle London close. So anybody that break and a new candle that break is a good one to buy. Any candle that close and a candle that break is a good to buy. But nothing. Look at the fishy close that we had there.
Closed.
Look at it's technically they're fighting with the 4-hour bodies. The lower times in there, and it's millimetrical, but I love this shit. I'm like going for surgery. I go and I see, oh, okay, that's the close. What I need a bullish close, pull back and break out. And I go in because I know that from this high over here, I have 50 to 75 or 100 pips to the upside. Nothing.
So if
Another
this red
candle.
candle here flips bullish, you're in here on the break of the highs.
Exactly. Easy as that. Especially if that 5-minute candle pull back in the first 1 minute, mainly respecting the low of this one and breaking the high. That's my entry. It's an A+ setup. It's A+ setup. The other one, this candle here, you see that fishy body there? It's not closing technically healthy above this body there.
Yeah.
You're still dealing with that. So nothing. The candle that closed, this one is your good close, but the breakout never happened. Apart from that, no fucking body managed to close above that freaking 4-hour. If later on, who knows? Look where market is right now, near to that breakout zone again to this area here. So imagine if prices creating that close inside, then this zone over here becomes another support, and then that's your pullback, and price will deliver overnight, having a close above this area here, something above that body of the candle there, 50 to 75 pips north from that candle.
Wow.
It's insane. But that's the way these fucking algorithms behave. And you can go back in time, let's say, to all the previous sessions on 4 hours from London. And all you have to do is that where the high of the 4-hour candle is, like this one, for example, this is your 4-hour candle high, that red candle, and where the low of the 4-hour candle is, this one. Body below, pull back and break out, go for it, 50, 75. What is the next candle? This one. If you go below that area, 50, 75, and 100 pips as well. But this today, from here, delivered 90, 96, 97 on my terminal. Didn't manage to deliver the 100 pips. But it's something. You don't need to be worried being a breakout trader, when you have more information. Yeah. To the low of this zone is 90 plus pips. Easy.
You're really zooming in to recognize volume and minimize your risk there. Down to the 5, down to the 1, and then which 1 minute of the 5-minute candle. Really
And for me to change my bias, bro, like literally for me, change my bias is it needs to show me something healthy. Like today, that huge news candle, it was like, oh shit. So now we have healthy bullish volume.
Bullish volume.
Out of the blue, the candle is closing strong, and out of the blue, the candle showing resistance. So what's my best bet? Wait for a new support and try to be breakout trader on top of that support. Maybe you can replicate the same volume here, 40 pips to the upside. But the key level itself is a nasty level, and you can get in. And if you don't like it, as long as the stop loss is not getting hit entirely, you can always manage the position there.
Yeah, once it flips bearish.
Yeah. So, but this is insane. It's insane. Now look at this. Look at this close right here. There's gonna be only 2 things will happen on that candle there. It's already closing on top of that support from 4-hour candle low. Now the only option is to retest this low here and bounce from there. What is the pullback that makes sense? Oh, the timing is the 25. So she's more than likely gonna pull back like 2 minutes instead of 3 instead of 1.
We've been seeing that too. That like the last 2 minutes of every candle, market is really pushed.
Yeah.
Like it would wait for the last 2 minutes, range, and then in the last 2 minutes you'll get the push.
Yeah. When you have enough momentum in the market, this candle, for example, reading 9 seconds, right? What you're gonna have is there, if this volume is real and it's not just a soccer candle that is gonna induce people or hit the stop losses in that zone to then close bearish, what you're gonna have here is that 1 minute created resistance and the second 1 minute break the high.
Break the high. Yeah,
go for that high, free that volume, and then boom to the upside.
And your stop is on this 1 minute.
And that 1 minute, correct.
That first.
Yeah. In this case, the 30-minute candle is about to open, so you have the more chances that the 30-minute candle can do a deeper pullback than a plain and simple 1 minute.
Yeah.
But if the move is there, that 1 minute is gonna need to hold the entire thing. Where do you have the key level? This is the 20.
The 30 basically, right?
This is the 30, so this is the 20. So more than likely, your maximum pullback can be the 20 pips below the key level, which is roughly this breakout zone. From there, if price pull back, that's perfectly fine. The idea is that she's gonna continue pushing, and that's all you need. Momentum in the market. And when they free that kind of volume, it's gonna be a quickie.
I'll take 30, 40 pips. 7-pip stop.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, that's not a problem.
You also want to be in a high volume time. You don't want it to be like 11:30 London close now. But if this is happening, NYSE open or like 9 a.m.
The one that can mess it up in here is because the 30-minute candles tend to be more aggressive in pullback than a 5, a 15. But apart from that, nothing, man. The move is there. If the momentum is there, a 1 minute candle will tell the story there.
Interesting. So cool. Man, I want to thank you for showing up today. I really appreciate it. This was amazing. This is incredibly valuable. I don't know to the people in the chat. I'm sure people found it valuable. They had to have. I find this incredibly valuable. I find listening to other traders' perspective just invaluable. You can't replace somebody's perspective, right?
I mean,
you can't replace 10 years on the charts. So someone showing you what they've seen over the last decade in the charts. Have you noticed a big shift big change between Biden and Trump in terms of how we print or how the pullbacks or how levels hold?
Yeah, the levels still holding the same, but the aggressiveness in the market is insane. Like back in the days, you were used to, use 15, 20 pips in a stop loss. Now you need to risk 20 to 30, and sometimes being wiped out in 1 minute. So the amount of volatility now is crazy. And on top of that is that Trump is saying, tariffs here. This too late Powell is not doing anything. So then what? Market react to that shit. And any any war news
He
nowadays.
can't
they're not
stand
doing
when someone's bigger news than him on the day. Like if something's
Exactly.
bigger news, he pops out and he'll tweet or he'll go on TV and he'll be the bigger news. He'll be the news of the day.
He
Powell
wants to be
comes
the
out,
big boy.
doesn't drop race. This guy comes out within the first 2 minutes and does a speech while Powell's still on.
Uh-huh. It's like that. It's insane, but and you gotta be used to it. That kind of, in total honesty, it's more like market manipulation, bro.
Well, when I started trading and I heard you for the first time on Raja's stream, it was Trump time, but I wasn't profitable. I got profitable in Biden years.
Yeah.
And then now Trump's back. And the volatility is crazy. Like the pullbacks are steeper than the drives sometimes.
Yes,
It gets really funky.
Yeah.
So.
No, it really is. It really is. And market behavior change from time to time, and every market cycle is different. You need to have a proper approach. If you see the volatility is too much, but when you're gonna enter the risk to reward ratio don't make sense, then just plain and simple, let it go. Don't have FOMO, sit on your hands. At some point, market's going to chill a little bit and will give you, a good risk to reward ratio. Even if you get in and get out and get paid like in 2 minutes, that's it. Take it as a big win because most people are losing their shit, in those behaviors. So you got to appreciate that the market gave you some.
I'm telling you, like we closed partials today and be like, damn, that was nothing. 10 pips, 12 pips. But like, you guys are winners today. A large majority of the market lost today.
Yeah.
You guys took money, off out of the market, out of the charts. That's it. You're winners. Doesn't matter if you took $10 or $100. You walked away a winner today. All you got to do is just repeat that tomorrow. Be a winner tomorrow, and a winner after that, and then, you'll be a winner.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you'll carry yourself like a winner too as you start winning, right? Things change. You become a different person too as the confidence builds in other aspects of your life as you start winning and in here.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, let's call it a session. Kerwin, I appreciate your time. I think we all appreciate your time. This is invaluable. You can't replace like I said, the knowledge and perspective of somebody that's been doing it for a decade and coming in here and really just, giving the sauce for free. It's really appreciated. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, hermano.
Yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway right now, gang. We're gonna do a 25K giveaway for Top 1 Futures. So go comment on my very last Instagram reel to be entered. We'll do that in about 5 minutes. I want to let Kerwin go if he wants to go. If you want to hang out, you can hang out. But
no, I'm gonna grab some breakfast already. Take care.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Thank you so much, brother. I'll talk to you later on, and maybe we'll do this again. I'll have you.
All right, brother. Take care.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Muchas gracias.
De nada, hermanos. Ciao.
Bye. That was awesome. That was really he didn't need to do that. That was great of him to do that. Hop in here and just talk about how he sees the markets, how he sees the charts, and he's been profitable for a long time. So he does this and he does this well. All right.
Well, that was insane, Mo. The amount of knowledge in there. Oh my God! You should have seen the chat. Everybody was just pumping. I mean, this is great information. I'm gonna go watch this stream again.
Yeah, save it, rewatch it. Go to his channel. He's got a lot of good value on his channel. So yeah, show some love over there. Show some support. I'm gonna call it a session. We got a W here today. Oh, wait, let's update the stream record. Let's do the giveaway and let's call it. Hold on, the stream record is 507 now.
Yep, 10 pips total exactly today. W day. Drop a like if you guys caught that with us too.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, likes would be appreciated. That's how we grow the community. Oh, that's Kervin's channel. Let's turn that off. Let's get this random comment picker. Let's go. Go comment on my last Instagram reel if you haven't done so. And I'm about to close it. About to close the entries. It's the one where I'm singing. I think that's actually the reel. I thought it was going to be the $1,300 trade. No, it's the one that I'm singing. All right. Let's do that one. Trader for you 8. Thanks for that. Thanks for that side eye. Bombastic side eye. Random common picker. All right. Are we ready? Who's ready? Let's do this. David TK 0805. David TK. Congratulations. Amazing. Let's do, hold on, let me take a picture of this. David, DM me. Everyone will get their accounts over the weekend. Tomorrow we'll do another giveaway, and on Sunday for the private channel we'll give away a 50K. Right? So if you're part of the Signal channel, make sure you show up on Sunday for our next week's market open. Right? Sunday PM Eastern. But you got to be part of the Signal channel. If you're in there, show up. If not, you have a couple days to join. We'll give away a 50K account on Sunday. David, send me your full name and your email and proof. DM me on Instagram from that account, actually, with your full name, email, and proof that you follow and sub to the YouTube and follow the IG, and we'll get you the account. Congratulations to David. Cha-ching. Awesome. Oh, you already DM'd me earlier? Wait, did you win before? Or you just DM'd me for fun? I'll check it out. Yeah, if you can't DM me until I open it, then I'll go through the messages and see what you wrote. All right. Perfect. Oh, chat, before we dip, hold on. Oh man, more than half of you already dipped. I was gonna say, yo, spam some dubs for the lovely New York session today. Amazing session, a lot of value. Spam some dubs for the session. Appreciate you guys. My phone died as I was recording that. That's some bullshit. Whatever. It's gonna be a cutoff. Thank you guys. It's gonna be a cutoff post. It's gonna be like halfway in. I'll redo it. I'll refilm it. This shit died right in the middle of me post. Oh, but what a great day. Yeah, I'll refilm this part where everyone's spamming dubs and I'll redo it. It'll be fun. You won't be there, but it'll be fun. Gang, thank you for joining me today. Zoom gang, I'll see you guys in the clubhouse side of things. I'll be trading in the Signal channel tonight, right? I'm gonna call it. Dude's phone is never charged. It never is, honestly. It's never charged. I got chargers in every freaking corner of every room and like 3 in the car in every row, and it's still not charged. Sorry. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. One of the better streams in terms of value that we've done this year, right? So go rewatch the stream. It'll be up. And I will see you guys tonight in the Signal channel for Agent Session. And everybody else, tomorrow, Friday, let's finish out the week strong. Couple dubs this week. Let's keep it going, all right? Let's keep this strong month going. Gang, as for me, my time here is up. Oh, thank you to everybody that showed up today. Thank you to everyone in the Zoom and all the chat. Love and wisdom to you all. But like I said, my time is up here for today. And just like that, another New York session is in the books. Go get some rest, gang. Enjoy the rest of the day. That's what I'm going to do. Later.